All right, welcome everyone to today's live stream. It is Monday, December 22nd, 2025. Happy holidays to you all. And this will be my last stream of the year. So let's make it a good one. We're talking silver. I just thought of the agenda that continuously gets pushed down our throat. I think we're going to switch this around and say you'll own silver and be happy. So if you've got your silver and gold ready for the holidays, you're probably doing great. Let's take a look at the markets up, like across the board. I can't find, we're hard pressed to find anything that is down today. Silver, gold making an all-time high above 4,400. 44.67 to be exact, up $82, 1.89%. The last month, if you've noticed, gold is really making a nice move. Silver has been making a terrific move all year and will continue to. Just thought this was interesting. This is the historical chart on silver. Now, if you were to look at this chart, you would say, oh my gosh, silver, like it just, it looks so high in terms of the price of silver. This is the 100-year chart. And but let's look at it adjusted for inflation. So when you look at this here, I'll take my picture away here. When you look at this chart, very different scenario, isn't it? When you start to see now, lofty highs in December of 1970, the 80, right? 1980 was a big year for silver, and adjusted for today's prices is $136. We're not anywhere near there. In fact, that's about double where we are right now. So if you're one of those kind of worried people about, oh my gosh, silver has gone up so far in price recently, I think you can stop worrying a little bit here because we've got a long way to go. We're not anywhere near the 1980 high. We're not anywhere, actually, we're fairly close to the 2011 high of $70.18. Again, adjusted for inflation. But currently, right now, like adjusted for inflation, we're at 56.54. So we've got a long way to go. If we're going to make, if we're going to be popping up to all-time highs for inflation, I think we're going to see silver anywhere from $200 to $300 an ounce. I know that sounds like, holy smokes, like trying to wrap your mind around that, right? Well, we just, if you look at gold and silver, the run that they've had and where they are in price, it's really an indicator of things are not all great on the macroeconomic horizon, are they? Like they're not good. And we know that even though the stock market has been going higher and higher and higher, the fact that silver and gold are breaking out the way they are, this is really telling us that they're going to give you protection in your portfolio against a declining US dollar. That is something, the US dollar has been bouncing all over the place this year. And I see it going under. It's under par value now. It's sitting right around $98, so it's below 100. And that's an indicator that we are in a tough economy. And frankly, with this move in silver and gold, it's clear to me we're in a recession. I don't know. People, most aren't talking about this, of certainly not the politicians. On the US, no politicians really. They're all saying, hey, everything's great. When silver and gold, the precious metals, are showing us a whole nother story. So we've got room to go with silver. Just incredible, with as we look at the chart adjusted for inflation, we're, like I mentioned, we're not anywhere near where we were in 1980. So we're going to see this in it's going to continue to climb. I don't see much stopping it or getting in its way. You know, the COMEX has tried their best to suppress the price of silver. They've done a great job for 45 years. Excellent job. Now we're getting this breakout, and I think the breakout is going to continue. You know, they can continue to raise margin requirements. It's going to force holders who are short their positions to sell, basically. Like, they have to at some point get the holders of these contracts have to sell in order to make up the margin requirements. That's just how it is. And so I think we might see COMEX do this again, where they increase the margin requirements again, causing significant holders to have to sell, forced to sell, driving the future price down. But it's interesting how it's being made up at night on the Shanghai exchange. It just keeps going up, right? So I talked last week about some of the drivers of silver. I've been talking about it for a few months now. Those are here to stay. Those aren't going away. The demand far exceeds the no supply. There is no supply of silver. So we need to look at, we're going to see a lot, by the way, we're going to see a ton of deals in the silver and gold commodities industry. You know, this industry has been itching for a time like this to ink deals, to buy one another. You know, there's going to be some big trades happening. And I've been talking a lot about First Majestic. It happens to be on our stock rocket list here, right here for 11 days. First Majestic is here. So that's why I'm most interested in it. And they announced just Friday, December 19th, announced that it has inked a definitive agreement with, let me take away, wrong one, with Sierra Madre Gold and Silver to sell the Del Toro silver mine. The Del Toro mine, located in Mexico, is a past producing silver, gold, and lead mine fully owned by First Majestic and was placed under care and maintenance by it in January 2020. Here are the details of this deal. The deal is inked for total consideration in cash and shares up to $60 million. Sierra Madre will give $20 million in cash and $10 million in common shares of AG at a closing price of $1.30. First Majestic will receive $10 million within 18 months of closing. If the mine reports mineral resources of 100 million ounces within 48 months, 4 years of closing, they will have to pay another $10 million to AG. Finally, if they produce 4,000 tons per day for consecutive 30 days within 60 months of the deal, they'll also receive an additional $10 million. The deal is subject to Sierra Madre closing a concurrent private placement financing to raise the 40 million Canadian, 29 million US in gross proceeds and other closing conditions. Sierra Madre and First Majestic had collaborated earlier with the former acquiring the, I'm not going to butcher that name, for latter in 2023. AG's price performance has surged 196% so far this year. It will be above 200% based on today's price action, and within the industry's 170th growth, so outperforming the industry. So, you know, I think we're on the right track with our thought process around silver and gold in the miners. What I really like about First Majestic is they have their own mint. They mint their own coins. It's called First Mint, and as a shareholder, you get 50 cents off per ounce, 50 cents. So pricing is reasonable. They're an awesome company, and you can feel confident and comfortable buying through them as well. Let's look at gold before I close out here. Gold sitting at 44.34 US, up 90 at 93. Let me put my glasses on here. Up 93.91, making a super nice move here. Platinum up as well. Palladium up, like across the board, looking really, really good. And I wanted to review our pick of the year. I picked this stock a year ago, pretty much right around this time. It was my last live stream for the year last year, and it was in fact at at this price of right here, right around $3 a share. Closed at $3.19. So as you know, many of you know, this was not my number one pick for 2025, and it's had a good performance. It has doubled over the last year, up 106%. So we're going to have to see. I'm certainly not recommending selling any of this. That's had a nice consolidation pattern here lately, sideways movement for a few months now. And I think this is going to be a terrific breakout here at this level. I don't see Big Bear going any lower. If anything, I see it higher, and it may hit in easily in the double digits next year going forward. But I will give you my number one pick when I come back in January to see you all. I'll share with you, my thoughts about the markets going forward. Look, we've got, even though the Fed isn't saying it's quantitative easing, it is. It's QE. They're buying a bunch of treasuries. They're going to be buying equities as well. $40 billion a month going into this market to keep it afloat, to keep it going. So, hey, liquidity is liquidity. And that is a very bullish sign for equities and a very bullish sign for, what we're doing here at the Stock Picker. So my thanks. I want to thank you on behalf of the team here at Sterling Stock Picker to all of you for your support, for your subscribing to our platform, to taking on a risk with us. And we've had an incredible year. We are thrilled to hear your successes, and we're going to continue to iterate the platform, make it better, and we'll see you all in the new year. Have a happy, healthy, safe new year and wonderful holiday season with friends and family. God bless all of you, and we'll see you next year. Bye for now.